Hello folks, welcome to Alexia's Academy. In this video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by your faculty, Sushma Devi. So what is the topic that we will be looking into today? Ahead of reciprocal tax deadline, India may offer oil import quota to USA. In this video, we will be seeing as to why is it in news, what is the relevance of it to UPSC, that is the GS paper 2. We will also be discussing the impact and dependence of India on crude oil. Look at this. While the oil import quota is the latest development, the Narendra Modi government has been saying that it will increase the US oil imports. Before we get into the video, we have a small announcement from Alexia's Academy. Whereas your weekend batch is starting from around your April 19th, 2025. If you are a working professional who still wants to realize your UPSC civil services examination dream, then this is the right platform for you. When I say this is the right platform for you, your UPSC coaching, one of the main complaints is you do not get that personalized attention. Whereas Alexia's Academy has come up with an opportunity where it has set its batch size to strictly a limited 40-member batch, and also you have personalized guiding, you have personal mentoring. Your prelims, mains, interview, all three of the stage will have a holistic preparation from mock test to mains answer writing to your mock panel interviews. Irrespective of what background you are or whether you have lost touch with your educational backgrounds, with your graduations, etc., do not worry, because Alexia's Academy offers you the foundation course in the form of NCERT preparation first before it takes you to the advanced classes. If you have to know more about how the classes are conducted, you can go to Alexia's mobile application, in which you can have instant access to our demo class. Otherwise, you can come visit our Alexia's Academy and have an offline class itself. For more of the content on Alexia's Academy courses, fee structure, everything, the link will be provided down in the description box below. Do check that out. For those of you who are appearing for 2025 prelims, Alexia's Academy has come up with your free All India mock test. Do make available of yourself to take this test and also see your preparation alongside and make necessary corrections. Coming back to the video, listen to it like a story. India is pretty much a crude oil dependent country. We do not have any resources of crude oil, so we are hugely importing it. Our energy of our entire country, we are energy hungry country. This is true of almost all the countries which are in the developing stages of their economy. Now, for example, US, UK, all of them, during a transition, during the industrial revolution, they were also in this stage. Now India is in this stage. We are energy hungry country. So, if any price change happens with respect to crude oil, it affects India the most. Okay? So, this scenario here, just keep this in the back of your mind. Your US now, especially with US President Donald Trump coming into picture, he has hit back every country that is major trade partners, irrespective of the fact whether you are my ally or my enemy. All of them will be meted equally. That is with respect to, you can see the example in the form of how US has hit tariffs on China, Mexico, Canada. For example, your China is the first trade partner with USA holding 30%. Look at this. China has 30%. Mexico has 19%. Canada has 14.5%. Whereas India is in the 9th position. And your USA has held that for any country that has taken undue advantage of USA and it wants to balance off the trade to make sure that US and US products and US market will be properly treated in their economies. Otherwise, he will slap them with tariffs. The same threat has been now already it is given to China, Mexico, and Canada, and there is constant threat of reciprocal tax on India. On your April 2nd is the deadline for India to correct its course of actions. Now, to correct its course of action, India has held that okay, fine. How about we now, whatever we are discussing, it is still in the possible stages, mays or may nots, not yet official confirmation. So there is a possibility that India may increase the crude oil import. Understanding that is, we can give a huge chunk or quota to your USA to balance off the trade. Look at this. India-US relationships are now, again, one thing when we say India-US relation or any country with US relations, presently we are at a time where when it is bad to be US enemy, it is worse to be US friend. That is the stage we are in where India has to be extremely cautious in trying to move forward, wherein there is not a slight doubt that USA will not slap India with tariffs if at all they do not get what they want. If you see India's importers of crude oil by origin of country, the largest will be Russia, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, UAE, USA. Your USA is almost third or fourth in your crude oil. Now it wants to change or up its antics. Now, with regard to your oil imports, crude oil imports, first and foremost understand, before, that is pre-Russia-Ukraine war, largely our supplies used to be from your Iraq and Saudi Arabia. But once Russia went into your war with Ukraine, the West started exiting the Russian market so as to make sure that we will freeze Russia's assets. Your European Union is doing that, freezing Russia's assets and making sure that cut off its financing. How do you cut off its financing? Walk away from its markets. Yeah, walk away from its crude oil. So the European countries, the West majority left Russia. At this point of time, Russia is in active war. It needs active financing, and it also has good amount of assets in the form of crude oil. So what it started doing? It started selling its crude oil at discounted prices. When it started selling at discounted prices, we were getting at even lesser cost compared to your Iraq and Saudi Arabia for a barrel. So this was more lucrative to us. India went to its business for Russia. Because like I mentioned in the starting of this video, we are an energy hungry country. So this is how your Russia found other alternative and India also found other alternative. Right now USA is India's fifth biggest energy supplier, accounting to almost 4.5% of the total imports. Now look at this. Russia, Iraq, Saudi Arabia and UAE. When we say with regard to India and crude oil, India is the world's third largest consumer of crude oil with a high import dependency level of over 85%, and India is very extremely sensitive to oil prices. Yes, we are now put in a position where one side our oil is our biggest concern. That comes in both sorts of oil, both crude oil as well as edible oil. For example, pre-war with your Ukraine, India used to have a major sourcing of sunflower oil from Ukraine. But post the war, the scenarios have changed. So, our energy efficiency also should be met alongside having to maintain our geopolitical obligations, which is now put on us, wherein we will not be able to take on the reciprocal tax or your tariff attacks from your USA. So India is trying to find new grounds to settle with USA. What it will lead to is what we have to wait and watch. So we have come to the end of the video. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and share.